Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a special one today. Going to be talking about one of my favourite sitcoms, Only Fools and Horses. I've received a parcel today of some more collectibles of Only Fools and Horses, and I do have a few already, so I think we'll have a little look at those as well. I do have this collectible here, Bubblehead. I do like these Bubbleheads, and I do have another one here with some mini Bubbleheads. So we'll have a look at those, and we'll also have a look at one of my favourite books of Only Fools and Horses. Now, I do have loads of other stuff. I've got loads of books. I've got socks, pyjamas, cups, mugs, and obviously I have the whole DVD series. But as I managed to get hold of some more collectible sort of Bubbleheads, I thought, well, we'll have a little look at this and we'll have a look at those. So let's not waste any time. Let's have unbox this parcel from Del Boy Online. So here is the box. It's quite a large box. I think these are the sort of larger size of the Bubbleheads. This is a limited edition one, which I've been looking at. There's a few I've been looking at online, but I managed to add these ones to my collections. I'm not going to go over the top and buy loads and loads. I've seen loads of collectors absolutely buying every single one. I don't want to end up going down that route. And here they are. As you can see, these are the Talking Bubbles limited edition box set. So we'll lift it out. We'll dispose of the box and we'll pop them there. So as you can see, these are the larger figurines, and these are talking ones, so they do speak. You have Del Boy, Rodney and Uncle Albert. These are a limited edition, as you may see down there. This is number 1185 of 5,000 worldwide. So these are a numbered one. I'm not going to keep them in the box. I will keep the box because obviously it's a collector's one. Where did I put my little scissor? There it is. But we're going to take them out and have a close look at them. So open the box. So let's lift out the polystyrene that they're in. And there they are. They're very weighty. They do weigh a lot, I've got to say. So what I think I'm going to do is pause the video, get them out, and then we'll have a close look at them. So here we go. So I've managed to get them all out of the box safely without damaging any of them. Just move the box there. So like I said, we've got Del Boy, Rodney and Uncle Albert, and they're really, really cool. They are very, very cool. They all sort of stand up like this. Wow. So let's start with Del Boy. Let's have a close look at him. So he likes to wobble his head, so he's holding a cigar, and he's got that cheap set of cutlery that he bought from Trigger in the episode, and he's got his famous coat on. It's a really nice build, really cool. Got his white pumps on as well. So they are really nice. I'll probably take some photos or show you some footage of them at the end of this video. So they're really nice. So they do talk. So the Del Boy one has a few phases. You just got a little button on the front.
He who bears wins. Lovely jubbly. This time next year, we'll be millionaires. Goosey. He who bears wins.
So he says 4 phrases, which is really cool. Let's have a quick look at Rodney. Rodney is holding a box of Peckham Spring water. All right, Rodney, Rodders. So he's pretty cool. He's a really nice figure. So let's put Del Boy there so you can see them too. I think it's a bit difficult because I can't see what the camera's seeing. So, but yeah, he also speaks. This one he's wearing his combat coat and his blue and his bobber boots. Again, really nice detail. Really, really nice. And he says a few phrases. On your bike. What a plonker. Now that's a weird one because it says Rodney, so that's Del Boy. Alright, that's also Del Boy. Yeah, it seems to me like he says a couple of Del Boy phrases there, which is a bit strange, but cool. And last but not least, Uncle Albert. Again, very, very cool. He's wearing his suitcase. Well, he's got his suitcase. He's just obviously arrived. He's got his famous blue cap on. Yeah, this is probably my favourite build in the set, this one. And he's got his duffel coat on. And he says a few things.
Joined the war. Fought in the war, didn't I?
I fought in the war, didn't I?
Do you know I was torpedoed 5 times? I see things that'll make your teeth itch. Join the war.
So that's really, really cool. So they're really, really neat. Really love those figures. So I think what we'd do, we will try and come down and have another look at them at a lower level. So I brought it down so we can have a quick look at it from this angle. Yes, they look absolutely amazing. As I said, the Del Boy one.
Lovely jubbly. This time next year, we'll be millionaire. Fought in the war, didn't I? On your bike.
So yeah, they don't stop wobbling. They are really, really cool. They're just really, really neat figurines.
What a plonker. Do you know I was torpedoed 5 times?
So yeah, so they're really, really nice. Let's have a look at the Del Boy. Like I said, it's a really nice build of him. Like I said, it's really cool. He's got his famous, disgusting, ugly sort of sheep sort of wool coat, which I used to think was really gross and dirty. I mean, I always thought, God, it must stink because the amount of stuff he smokes. I just think, but it's a really cool build. Really, really smart. And we have Uncle Albert, really awesome, and of course Rodney. So they are my new pickups from the site. It's called Del Boy Online. And he pretty much just sells all these sort of bubble heads. So we'll have another little look at the car that I've had for a little while. We'll take this out and I'll give you a little look of the car while we got everything set up. So the car's a lot smaller, but it is really cool. It does play the theme tune. I believe. I think I might have turned it off, because you can actually turn it on and off.
Stick a money in me pocket. I'll fetch the suitcase from the bank. 'Cause if you want the blessings, but you don't ask questions, then brother, I'm your man. 'Cause where it all comes from is a mystery. It's like the changing of the seasons and the tides of the sea. But here's the one that's driving me berserk. Why do only fools and horses work? La 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 la.
So as you can see, that plays the full theme tune, which is really cool. And I also have a box of the mini ones, the Jolly Boys Outing, which contains a bubble head of Del Boy, Rodney, Albert and Boise. I've never opened this. I don't really want to open it because I quite like them in there because it looks like they're sitting in the bus. But they are just sort of like mini figurines of them, and they're all dressed differently. Rodney's carrying ice creams, and Boyce's got his hat in there, and Albert's carrying something, and Del Boy is also carrying like an ice cream because it's when they went on their big Jolly Boys outing. So it's a really, really cool set, that one. I really do like it. Awesome. So I just wanted to give you a little show of some of my collectible Del Boys, and they're my new ones. They're absolutely amazing. It wasn't overpriced. I think it was about 30 odd quid for this set, like I said, and it is the limited one.
I see things that'll make you keep it. Rodney, he who dares wins.
The only thing that's a bit weird is Rodney seems to say a couple of things from Del Boy. But yeah, I love the way they keep wobbling. It's just so cool. They're just brilliant. But yeah, that's really cool. So what we're going to do now is have a little look at the book that I have. So here we are. Here is the book called Lovely Jubbly, which is celebrating 40 years of Only Fools and Horses. And this is by Jim Sullivan and Mike Jones. And it just pretty much, this is like a breakdown of everything, every episode, and all the sort of things that they got up to in the filming of this series. We've got an introduction here telling you about all the different characters in the film, the family. Other comedies of the time, John Sullivan was sort of like involved with, Citizen Smith and everything else like that. The BBC sitcoms, a history of different sitcoms, obviously, and we have here some costume designs, information about them designing the costumes for the show. It's a very in-depth book, and some of the set designs of the flat, which is, it's a shame they don't make like a replica of that, and then we could put the bobbleheads in it. That'd be cool. It goes on about each individual character, including the van, the Trotter trio, the original trio with Grandad. Then obviously, sadly, Leonard passed away, and then we obviously got Uncle Albert. So then we go through the series, and it goes through every single episode, gives you a breakdown, synopsis about it. Really, really cool. It's a great book, wonderful pictures, such well made, well designed, interesting. It's quite busy, but that's good. There's a lot to see, and there's a lot of information. Wayne, turn it off. The Russians are coming, which is probably one of my favourite episodes, to be honest. And there's the Christmas episode with Rodney's famous body language walk. Then we go to series 2. Fantastic. Ashes to Ashes. When they got Triggers, Nan's Ashes. Losing Streak, when Del Boy has the card game with Boise. Very, very cool. And like I said, it's a very in-depth book showing you every single episode. We're in the Christmas specials. Diamonds for Heather, I think it is, isn't it? Series 3. Some cool episodes in this one. Friday the 14th is probably one of my least favourite episodes. That one and the one with the sort of Indian statue are probably my least favourites of all the Del Boys, but I do love most of them, to be honest. Oh, here we go, the Peck and Pouncer. This is the one where they were going to paint Denzel's flat. This is Thicker Than Water, the Christmas special when their dad turned up. And in series 4, in which we lost Grandad, he passed away. And we ended up gaining Albert. in this one. It's episode 2, Strained Relations. And it was always going to be, is Albert going to fit in? Is he going to be as good as Grandad? And he sort of surpassed Grandad, I think. I actually prefer Albert. You know, I did like Grandad, but I just prefer the Albert episodes. I just like the character. You know, he was just, I don't know, my son says, Daddy's you. He's just like you. Oh. So we're going through one of the specials, Hull and Back. Very cool. Then we get to series 5. There's only 7 series, but there was quite a few specials. It's the one in the supermarket, and they got locked in overnight. It's the hang gliding one. We don't have a car mobile. Night Nurse, take 1, Video Nasty. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Again, it's not really one of my better favourite episodes. It's the one when Del was thinking of going to Australia. A Royal Flush, that was quite a good episode when we meet Rodney's new girlfriend. And June, when they go to the theatre, it's embarrassing. But yeah, it's really, really cool episode. Frog Legacy, one with Joan Sims. Very, very cool. Like I showed you, this is such a cool book. Dates when we meet Raquel for the first time. And Rodney goes out with Nervous Neris. And then we got series 6. This is the one when Rodney gets married to Cassandra. This is episode 1 where we meet Cassandra for the first time. And Del does the famous falling through the bar scene. Yuppie love. Then we have the inflatable dolls. Such a good series. One of probably the strongest series. Apart from the first one, which is probably my favourite. I think series 6 is probably my next one. But I do like series 7 as well. Really cool. It's the last episode of the series. They must have had some great fun making these. Then we have probably their most famous special, Jolly Boys Outing. I lost my dolphin. It's a really, really cool episode. And there's the horrible grandma from Friday Night Dinners. And then we got another special, Rodney Come Home. It's when he sort of leaves Cassandra because she won't cook for him. And then we got series 7, the last series, when Del and when I think they had their baby in this one, don't they? And Rodney loses his job with his father-in-law's company, Alan. This is a good episode, Chance of a Lifetime. It's probably my favourite one of the episode, but then again, this one's good as well, Stage Fright, with our singing dustman. This is a reunion when Slater comes back. So Uncle Albert gets beaten up, so we think. And this is the one where they have their baby. And then we have Miami Twice, my least favourite of the specials. Just didn't really like it very much. I liked the first part, but I just didn't enjoy the second part. Mother's Natural Son, that's with Peckham Spring. Another great episode. Then we've got the Fatal Attraction episode when Del Boy thinks the woman from the dentist fancies him. Then we have the Christmas trilogy. The one when they dressed up as Batman and Robin, obviously. Heroes and Villains, I believe it's called. And then we have the episode. That's a good episode though. Modern Man, when Del Boy's trying to be Modern Man and says he's gonna well, vasectomy he says he's gonna have. And it's when Rodney and Cassandra lose their baby. And then the very last episode of the trilogy is If They Could See Us Now, is when they become millionaires. Or is that the last one there? Yeah, it's this one here. Time on Our Hands. That's when they become millionaires, when they find a watch in their garage. And this is another extra called If They Could See Us Now. They've lost their millions, and Del Boy goes on TV to try and win some money back. Uncle Albert passes away, and I believe Rodney and Cassandra become pregnant again with a baby. Strangers on the Shore was when they went to take Uncle Albert's ashes to be buried at sea, and Cassandra's pregnant on this one. That's right, and they pick up Gary. And then the last one is Sleepless in Peckham, which was the last episode they made. And it's when they get some money because Albert has left them some money. And then we got a bit at the back here called the Trotter Legacy. It's just an overview of what went on to be that Green Grass was made, which is like a follow-up to Only Fools and Horses. So there we go. It goes through every single episode. So that is a really close look at the 40th celebration of Only Fools and Horses book called Lovely Jubbly. So there we go, guys. Another long video, but I've got a lot to get through today, and it's all on the back of my new bobbleheads, which are absolutely amazing, right? I mean, they're just so cool. Oh, I just love them. They're just really cool, really well made.
Lovely jubbly.
Exactly, Del Boy. What do you think? What do you think, Albert?
During the war.
Yeah, of course, during the war. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I absolutely love these bobbleheads. They're just so cool. They're going to take prize in my display cabinet, so I have to make up a shelf and pop them all in there. Anyway, so thanks for coming in. Massive shout out to my lad. See you soon, guys.